my sexy compatriots, this is the cup of coffee you all know and love, Minty Coffee, and I'm here with a pretty old thing that I haven't done for a very long time, a coffee challenge in a game that I haven't done a video for in a long time, Payday 2. And it'll be another Shadow Raid challenge, of course. But specifically, this challenge, as the title suggests, is called the Barebones Pacifist. In this, I will be doing Shadow Raid on 1 down, but 1, no killing anybody, hence why I'm not bringing body bags, but also no assets. So I've got no thermal paste, no sewer, nothing like that. I have to be very sneaky beaky like, and I'm not allowed to kill anybody, so cameras are going to be an issue. But you know, that's just part and parcel of not having money for it. Like, this is how all the baby heisters start off, so let's be a baby heister. And hop into the compound and get to work. Now, it's always cleaning out this outside compound that is usually what I clear up before anything else, because if I remember, there is always at least a minimum of 3 or 4 money bags that spawn in the containers out in the compound, like all these red containers to the one over there, etc, etc. But since I don't have the wall or the thing, I'm gonna have to loop the bags around. Obviously, I'm gonna have to loop all the bags around back to the van, which is gonna be a bit of a hassle. Just gonna go there, put that guy there. Okay, he's going that way, so I'm fine to go this way. Oh, he's coming over here. So I need to mark him, because I want to go up there. So we just need to hope he goes the other way. No, he's going this way, so cycle around, make sure there's no one over there. And he's watching. Okay then, no one's over there, okay. I can't reach that. Okay, for now I'll open this. There's no camera here, that's lovely, so I'm gonna open this. Camera there, okay. So for now I'll dunk that there. And is there a bag in here? Yes there is, lovely. This challenge is it's a lot tougher than it sounds. Like, I know Shadow Raid isn't really the hardest thing in the game, because 1 down stealth is definitely a lot easier than 1 down loud. Well, just stealth is easier than loud in general, because yeah, just because that's fact. Oh, I don't know. But saying that, with no assets and no kills, that means I literally cannot be detected in a bad spot. I can dominate a cop, but if it's in a vulnerable location, then he could get spotted. If it's a civilian, sure, I can move them, but you can't move a cuffed cop. So ooh, get that crowbar, and for now we're going to leave the compound. So now the big issue is, where is the one guard that's always round back going to be? Is he here? No, so he's over there. Oh, that's going to be an issue. Because it's not really that easy to move bags past that dude. Although this could probably fuck me over, but I'm willing to try. Oh, he's... oh, okay. Could I... no, that wouldn't work. Can't throw it that far. See, I am using Anarchist, which means I can... oh, well, that's lucky. He's looking the other way half the time. Uninteresting git. Okay. So I'm not going to move all the bags for now. That's a bit of a life or death maneuver. But that presents problems for getting bags out here. I could dominate him and leave him out here, But the only danger would be if if like a Murky comes downstairs in that little bit there, in that little cubby there, and then sees that guy. And if I'm not there in time to dominate that guy, or if I accidentally kill him, or if he shoots me before I can dominate him, yada yada yada. Yeah. It's a lot tougher than it sounds, which is why I much prefer the guard to spawn here, where I can dominate him without any issues. Because none of these cameras would see that. Because he usually stands right here. And I know you're thinking, could you dominate the cameraman? I've tried. I've really tried, and no matter which door you open to get to the camera room, a guard can or a civvy can always see once they get in there, in range of it. So yeah, his range is limited when he's looking this side. Good. Oh. Please be a bag. I don't want to deal with more guards. Yes, what is that? Ah, it's more guards! Fuck! Alright, fuck it. Down. Down. Really? You swallowed a bug, Jimmy? Bloody hell. So yeah, if a guard goes there, they could see this guy, which is a big, big, big problem for me. So, at least I have trip mines to let me know, so... There goes that camera there, that's not a problem. So I'll put one here. Now begins the really tough work. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh, he's going up. Is he? Yes, he's going up. It's a bit much so you can see the flashlights through the walls, but it's not my problem. It's not my problem that some obvious clips in the game haven't been fixed. Not clips, sorry, clipping issues, blah blah blah. Potato. Okay, not going to open the sewer, because obviously that's not going to help us. Or help me. I don't know. Do you feel like you're helping me by cheering me on? There's Coke! Ooh. Now that just makes this whole thing worth it. There's Coke. So yeah, the guard would have to come all the way over here. If I dominate him here, the camera won't see him. Okay. So, I could still make this. Go over there. It just, I'm going to have to make sure that if there's going to be a guard coming down here, I mustn't stray too far. So maybe I think I want to trip mine down here as well. No, actually no, that's fine. Yeah, you two keep going to the left. Good. Alright, we're fine. Now just get this Coke and get back down. Okay, there's another Murky coming. Jesus. So yeah, I've really missed doing videos for this game, honestly, because it is such a fun game. It's not one that I can play non-stop without burning out like Team Fortress 2. Yeah, it's probably my fault. Like say if I wanted to do videos on, say, I don't know, Overwatch or Paladins, for example. I don't enjoy Overwatch enough to want to do videos on it, and I even though I do really love playing Paladins, I've only got about 100 hours in it, and even though I'm confident in my understanding of the game's balance and mechanics, I can't say I've played it long enough to be able to convey those understandings, if that makes sense. Like, I've played enough games to know which champions are better than others, and I've played enough to know that there's nothing obviously overpowered as of recent updates. That's one thing that I like about Paladins over Overwatch, is that in Overwatch, it's with so many champions and being able to switch at any time, it's designed to be a game like a big fat game of rock paper scissors, and you know, classes that are niche and specialist are very easily hard countered by ones that are generalists that don't have consistent counters. Like, hell, why play McCree in higher ranks when you can play Soldier 76? Sure, McCree has the better long range, but Soldier 76 covers a lot more roles better. Soldier is better at flanking, Soldier is better at suppress fire, Soldier can support the combo, Soldier's overall kit is just better at McCree's for general utility. And it irks me because McCree is a high skill, high reward champ, while Soldier is a relatively low risk and high reward champ, because if you can play Soldier well, and it's really not that hard to play a character like Soldier well, considering he's like quite literally a beginner's champion. I suppose I can't really say it's like Mario from Super Smash Brothers, because he is sort of the all-rounder of picks in Super Smash, but he's not like uber powerful even for a beginner's pick. Like Mario in Melee, for example, can be really powerful, but there's other like characters that can do jobs better. Well, not jobs, like they can do certain things better. But saying that, Melee is nothing but fucking spamming Fox's B on... spamming Fox's, like, standing special on, what is it, Final Destination? Yeah. Like, very, very, very meta. But saying that, in Paladins, there's not really any characters that are hard countered by any others. There are characters that do jobs better than others. Like, for example, comparing Victor to Tyra. Tyra is, like, at first she was called a Victor clone before people actually started using her. It was seen that while Victor is good at general DPS with his grenade and sprinty kit and all that, Tyra's build is more like a glass cannon. She can put out a lot more damage than Victor can, like in higher bursts, but she does it a lot riskier. She doesn't have any mobility options like Soldier, so for example, that means Soldier can do flanking maneuvers better. But Tyra is, like I said, a glass cannon, very high risk, very high reward. I love this guy's accent, man. Okay. But yeah, we're on a roll. I haven't done this... Like, I've tried recording this challenge a couple times before, but some placements have really... Oh no. This is where it always goes wrong. No, please, please, please. Okay, this is the make or break. Oh. Yes, 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 please, don't, go away, please. Don't come here, don't come here. You can't see. You I think just barely. You blind bastard, I could see that. Oh, thank fuck for that. That is legitimately fucking a big relief. Okay, now, before anything, I'm going to start moving some of this. Oh, fuck. No, that won't be a problem. I'm not sure if I can reach that one to loop it though, so moving the artifact might be a hassle. But yeah, back to what I was saying, Paladins, like, there's characters that do some things better than others, but there's no hard counters in Paladins, like... If you look at, say, Grok, for example, he's like a bulky support, and his weapon is like Winston's from Overwatch. It's like a spread weapon that, well, it's like it's a beam-based weapon, but unlike Winston's, it doesn't lock onto whoever's like immediately in front of you, but it does have a moderately good range, and it deals increased damage the longer it's latched onto somebody. So Grok is good at taking out squishy flankers, and he's good at defending himself against them, for example. Whereas a support like Ying, she's a lot worse at defending herself, but she's a lot better at healing than Grok is, because outside of his occasional healing totem, he doesn't actually have any heals. Whereas Ying can she can put an illusion down very often at like max of 2 illusions, and and they heal anyone who's near them. Even better, if there's no one in the area and there's a weak enemy, you can shatter those illusions and they'll be able to finish off an enemy for, I think, 500 burst damage apiece. That's pretty nasty for like a healing support. Now, say flankers, for example. People think that Buck is not really worth playing on flank because he's high health, but he's not very high burst damage, which isn't a conventional flanker. But the key thing that makes a good flanker isn't essentially damage output, because that's what makes a good DPS, but it's mobility. Because the thing with flankers is, they are able to put out high damage usually, but their survivability is usually pretty naff. Whereas Buck, he combines mid damage and mid survivability. He has the highest health pool of any flanker, as well as he has recovery, and many cards that can give him lifesteal, which means that Buck can be a pretty tanky flanker, and considering his shotgun does some nasty damage at close range, especially on headshots, Buck is like, if you can play Buck well, Buck can absolutely destroy squishy DPSs. And he's a lot better at taking on weaker tanks than, say, squishy flankers, like Maeve or Androxus. Well, saying that, Androxus is a better long-range flanker, considering his revolver's doesn't really have that much damage fall off, and Androxus's headshots can do some pretty insane damage. But then you say, look at a flanker like Eevee, her projectiles are like... Her projectiles are like the reverse of what the direct hit is in TF2. Her projectiles are super slow, but they do some insane damage. I believe they do the same damage as... I believe they do the same, if not a bit more damage, than Drogo's rockets. And they do have a bit of splash, but Eevee has the best mobility of any flanker in the game. Her fly ability lets her pass completely over walls, which other flankers can't really do that well. Androxus does have his, 3 dashes, but that's limited compared to what, Eevee's broom ability can do. And Eevee's just infamous for being such a fucking annoying flanker to play against. In the realm of front lines, though, I can't really say any front lines are bad, but there are some that are clearly better than others. Like, Fernando is the kind of frontliner that can solo frontline, but Ruckus is not. Ruckus isn't a good solo frontliner. Ruckus is one that you would want to pair with somebody else, like Makoa. A good Makoa and Ruckus combo is pretty damn deadly, but Fernando can reliably frontline by himself, provided he has a good support, because without a support healer, the frontliner can't really keep himself alive. And that's not his fault, really. You could say, oh, get good and get out when the fight calls for it, but frontliners don't have great mobility. Fernando only has a dash, and the newest frontliner, Ashe, her only real mobility tool is... I haven't played Ashe in a while, but I'm pretty sure her only mobility tool is like a sort of like a it's a straight charge which you can aim where it goes before she charges, but that's usually used more to engage a weaker enemy trying to escape, and using it as an escape tool can often be pretty risky because you travel really fucking far really fucking fast, so if you don't aim that properly, you can screw yourself over by being in a bad position. Whereas Fernando's charge, it doesn't travel much distance, but it doesn't travel too... It's not too slow to not be worth it, but it's not too fast that you can't control it, so you at least know where you're going to end up. Same with Barrack. His rocket boosters mean that he has a good bit of mobility, and playing Barrack is basically like playing Gunslinger Engineer all the time. He's a pretty good solo frontliner. Like, Barrack can do some pretty good shit. His sentries, like, with the right cards, can do some monstrous damage. And they're pretty good utility as well. Standing near one, there's one card that lets you recover health while standing near one. Simultaneously, I think the sentry does as well. I can't remember if that's a separate card, but I'll have to check up on that. Yeah, with all this talk about paladins and Overwatch and TF2, it seems to me that among like the people who like to rag on each game, they've become a bit of a trifecta. You know, it's TF2 versus Overwatch versus Paladins. It's like a triforce of 3 big games that people just do not want to coexist. Like, TF2 absolutely must compete with Overwatch. Overwatch must compete with Paladins. Paladins must be a copy of Overwatch because class-based first-person shooter, and Overwatch came out first, even though Paladins has been in development far longer, and most of Overwatch's abilities came from Global Agenda, which is what would turn into Paladins. So, you know, doing a bit of research past the stigma of Paladins can actually show you that Paladins is not really an Overwatch copy whatsoever, and most, if not all, heroes that have come out in champions actually that have come out in Paladins since Overwatch was launched have not been carbon copies whatsoever. I'm doing a lot better than I thought I would. Like, this is the best I've done on any one of these runs. Like, in past recordings, I've failed once or twice while recording and then just raged because I just couldn't fucking take it anymore. But I'm doing a lot better than I thought I would this time. Okay. Is there an idler up here? There could be. Okay, there's nothing in there. Oh. Okay. The upstairs is always the most risky part for me. Okay, there's money there. Is the server here? Nope, so no chance of getting the server because I'm not going into the camera room. Right, he's there, so... Oh dear. How am I going to play this? Okay. So we've done that there. Now I'm going to go back and get that money. And then I'm going to need 2 more. There should be enough boxes left in the warehouse to cover that. Oh dear, 21 minutes, holy shit. I did not realise I've been rambling about 3 completely separate games from Payday. Why am I not talking about Payday in this video? Oh, I don't fucking know. But still. Okay, so now I'll just drop them over the ledge here. Oh. Okay, and that's going to drop through. Lovely. You jammy bastard. Fucking so guards in this game do have peripheral vision. Sometimes I wonder. No, don't trust myself. And again, there's no other way down for me. Here. Okay, careful, careful. If I die here, I'm going to be so mad. Okay. The one thing I love about doing it like this is that dominating, like, if you kill this guy, sooner or later they do send another guard into, like, this alleyway. But if you dominate him, they don't. So that is, like, really nice. Could be another money bag in the container that's... Oh. There's a container that's on the left side of here, but I don't know what my chances are of getting to it. I think I'll take my chances with the warehouse first. I'm just so worried that fucking while I'm taking a bag out, a guard's gonna come down here and just spot that guy. Because that's happened so many times when I've tried this, and I've failed so many times that I just couldn't record. But this might finally be the day. Whenever this gets fucking uploaded. Oh boy. I mean, as far as TF2 goes, as far as all 3 games go, really, TF2, Overwatch, Paladins, just let them coexist, people. There's no need to hate on one of them. Like, if you don't like one of them, that's fine, but you don't need to actively go out of your way to judge people just because they like one over the other, or they play one over the other. Like, don't judge people who play Paladins because they don't like Overwatch. Some people see Paladins... Some people think that Paladins does the class-based first-person shooter genre better than Overwatch does. And in my opinion, yes. Like, if I were to put the games in 1, 2, 3 for me, it would be Overwatch, then TF2 is better, then Paladins is the best for me. I don't have that many hours in Paladins, sure, because it's a pretty high burnout game for me, because those kind of games just are. Like, the games last forever, and they can be pretty repetitive, considering you can't change your champion, even though I prefer that balanced choice. And just in general, I find Paladins to be a much more enriching and enjoyable game than Overwatch. Oh, shit. Cultural enrichment. Oh. Yeah, can't. I guess I'm going to have to think outside the box a bit. I do have drill skills, but there's no chance. Pray there's money in here. No. Yes! Oh. I need to stop being so tunnel visioned all the time. This is why I fail this thing half the time. Because I get so excited when I finally find the loot bag I'm missing, and then I miss the obvious guy. This is so funny. Why? Because I dominate you, do you drop your ammo? Like, I get it's to disarm you, but... And it's 5.56, which none of my guns even use. But, you know, fuck logic. This game doesn't need logic, what are you talking about? Alright, now comes... difficult task of getting one last bag, which I have no fucking idea where to get. I'm gonna dump this here. Now I'm gonna test my theory that there is gonna be one in that container right there, since I believe that's the only one I haven't checked. If there's not, well, then we have bigger problems. Oh, can I make that? Fuck. I don't trust that jump. Okay, fuck. Alright. This is good. Right, fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Shite bag. Okay, this presents bigger problems, because now I'm stuck in here. Can I get on top of it? Yes, I can, actually. I need to exploit the KZs on this map more, because this is a handy way to get out. I need one more bag, one more bag. I could take a no return risk to get it, because I could get it back in less than a minute, but I don't know if I want to try that. Yes! Oh, thank fuck for that. Now let's get the fuck out of here. I'm finally done with this shit. I'm not going for the armor. There's no way I'm trying the armor on this shit when people can see the open vault. That is just a death wish. On one down. Okay. Why is it that this guy that's like right here at the gate is fucking blind? Like, can you seriously not see me? What if I pick this up and... Like, can't you see me? Hello? Oh, now he can see me. That guy... Like, seriously, this is what I mean. Some guards in this game have super peripheral vision and they can see you no matter what. But this guy... Look at him. You blind bastard. And with that, we are done with the Barebones Pacifist. Holy shit. Not a shot fired, not a shuriken thrown, not a melee weapon slashed, I think. I can't remember. No one hurt. Oh... Now that is how I do it. Now that was tough. Like, every moment I was on edge because I thought that one guy could get spotted. Oh, what am I gonna get? What am I gonna get? Just watch me get, like, a bundle of money from my troubles. I know it's not safe because I didn't get the... Oh! Well, I didn't get the +1 notification that goes up here, but... Ooh, community save 4, that's new. Okay, since I got that, I'll do a little addition at the end then. I'll open this box. Box? Safe. If I get something okay, that'll be nice. Crew management, I don't want to see that. Steam inventory. So if you want more Payday videos, just leave a comment. I know Cobra will want more of them because that's Cobra and he loves Payday and he loves me. Okay, let's have a look at some of these. It's okay, that's a nice Armfield skin. It's more traditionally British. That's a nice skin. Ooh, I like that AMR skin, it's a lot more... Yeah, I like that M16 skin. The M16 skin? Yeah, M16 skin, yes. It feels a lot more authentic World War II American. That Amcar skin is ugh. That's an okay Arbiter skin. I like that Bronco skin. That's a nice Castigo skin. But it's for the single one, so that's sad. That's an okay Street Sweeper skin. It's an okay AK-12 skin, I suppose. That RPG skin's pretty nice. That's a nice Mac 11, and that looks like something that belongs in the Dallas safe, frankly. That's a nice Lebensauger skin, but it's for a shit weapon, so fuck it, let's just open this. Come on, big money, big money, big money. Ah, it's for the XM1014. Not my favourite shotgun to use, but it's okay. That's not too bad. Like, I think Broken In is like this game's equivalent of minimal wear, but I can deal with it. It's okay. Well, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. This was a lot tougher than it fucking seemed. Trust me. Like, I was so on edge half the time. I don't even have an XM1014 bought. But yeah, if you want more Payday, if you want any more challenge ideas, build ideas, just whatever you like, if you want something, just suggest it in the comments and I will be happy to have a look. This has been your favourite cup of minty flavoured coffee. Be advised that is not real mint. I'm recording this after dark so I can say that. And I, as always, shall see you next time, my sexy compatriotatos. Adios, Dios mío!
I am the man who arranges the blocks that continue to fall from up above. The food on your plate now belongs to the state, a collective regime of peace and